This is the unluckiest man I've ever seen. After finally getting off work late, he went home and made himself a big meal as a reward. But before he could even take a single bite, he suddenly dropped dead in his chair. When he opened his eyes again, he had already been reincarnated into a noble family in another world. He thought he would finally live a life of luxury without worrying about food or money. However, the rock-hard bread on the table, and the soup that tasted even blander than water, completely shattered Jack's dream. It turned out that although he was born into a noble family, they were actually extremely poor. The peeling walls and patched-up table corners kept redefining what Jack thought a noble life was. On top of that, Jack had 7 older brothers. Just yesterday, the family had spent all their savings to hold a wedding for the eldest brother. But that wasn't the end of it, because the eldest brother got married. The 3 adult brothers now had to move out and make a living on their own. However, since they gave up their inheritance rights, they each received a sum of money to get started. As for Jack, since he was still young, he could continue living at home. After saying goodbye to his 3 brothers, Jack realized he had to do something. He couldn't just idle around until he came of age. So he went to the family library, hoping to find something useful. During his search, he found a crystal ball and a page of instructions. It stated that the crystal could test whether a person had talent for magic. Everyone is born with some amount of magic power, but those who can actually use magic are extremely rare. So Jack followed the instructions and gave it a try. To his surprise, the test revealed that he had magical talent. At the same time, somewhere in a forest, a mage also sensed a strange fluctuation. Jack knew that simply having the ability to use magic wasn't enough. He still needed proper magic books, but after searching the shelves, he couldn't find anything he needed. Just then, his father pushed the door open. Jack quickly asked if there were any other books. His father replied that everything they had was already there. After that, his father told Jack to go into the forest and gather some firewood. When Jack arrived in the forest, he started imitating spell chants from TV shows he remembered from his past life, repeatedly trying to cast magic, but in the end, it was all useless. Just as Jack was feeling extremely frustrated, the man from the forest earlier suddenly descended from the sky, saying he had finally found someone he could talk to, but Jack was already trembling in fear.
怖がらなくていい。私は魔法使いだ。
The bundle of branches he dropped knocked loose a few small rocks, which tumbled onto a large boulder, and somehow ended up hitting a strong wild boar. The boar locked its eyes on Jack and the man, then charged at them with a furious roar. Jack turned to run, but the mage grabbed him by the collar, and told him to imagine what wind magic looked like. With pressure from both the mage and the charging boar, Jack finally managed to cast wind magic, blasting the boar back several meters. While Jack was still at a loss what to do next, the mage began congratulating him on successfully casting his first spell, but the threat of the boar was far from over. The mage stepped in front of Jack, then raised a single finger.